Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL landscape is buzzing with some intriguing rumors, and among them, one of the most talked about is the potential trade that could reshape the Giants' linebacker core and more broadly their entire defensive outlook. Reports are swirling that the Baltimore Ravens might be making a move to send Roquan Smith to the Giants, and if it happens, it could be a game changer for New York. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Trading away a guy like Smith, especially after such a standout 2025 season, sounds risky. But let's dive into the details and what this could really mean for the Giants and their Super Bowl aspirations. Roquan Smith, for those who might need a quick refresher, is coming off a phenomenal year with the Ravens. He earned All-Pro honors in 2025, and for good reason. The linebacker recorded 85 tackles, snagged 3 interceptions, and added 2 sacks. His overall PFF grade was an impressive 92.5, which places him among the elite at his position. His EPA per snap sat at -0.40, indicating his efficiency in making impactful plays. Not only that, but Smith's ability to limit yards after catch, YAC, was evident, denying 3.5 yards per reception, and his playmaking in the running game was phenomenal, with 15 tackles for loss. His career stats include a total of 850 tackles and 25 sacks, but what really stands out is his explosiveness and play-reading ability. Despite a shoulder injury that saw him miss some snaps in Week 4, Smith was a force when healthy, especially in run defense, where he earned a 98 grade. That playmaking ability was on full display early in his career, forcing turnovers with 2 fumble recoveries against the Steelers in Week 1, showcasing his knack for making game-changing plays. Now, why would the Ravens be willing to part with such a valuable player? Well, their cap situation is tight, facing a $17.4 million cap hit in 2025, and they're juggling extensions for key players like Lamar Jackson, who's earning around $55 million. On top of that, Ravens have seen some inconsistency at the linebacker spot, with a tendency to give up around 23 points per game in the AFC North, which has left fans and analysts questioning whether they're getting the most out of their defense. The trade, apparently, involves the Giants sending a 3rd-round pick in the 2026 draft and a 5th-round pick in 2027. It's a pretty solid offer considering Smith's impact, and the Giants would be getting a linebacker with the potential to be a franchise cornerstone. From the Giants' perspective, this move makes a lot of sense. Their linebacker room, while decent, hasn't quite lived up to the expectations this season. The front 7 has struggled at times, especially in 3rd-down conversions, allowing a 42% rate, which is far from ideal. Adding Smith would inject a serious boost, giving the Giants a linebacker who can not only rack up tackles, but also bring leadership and a sense of stability to a defense that needs it. Projections suggest that Smith could easily reach over 100 tackles in a Giants uniform, and his presence could reduce the EPA per play by around 20%. That's massive in a league where every yard counts, especially when trying to stop high-powered offenses. Plus, his leadership qualities are undeniable. He's the kind of player who elevates the entire defense, forcing more turnovers and setting the tone for the team's identity. And let's not forget the impact on the Giants' chances to make a deep playoff run. The Super Bowl odds, which currently sit at around +20, could see a significant shift with a player like Smith in the fold. If he can replicate or even surpass his 2025 performance, especially in the red zone, the Giants could become a more formidable opponent. His ability to make plays in high-pressure situations, his EPA per tackle during the playoffs was around 45, and he's shown an 18% increase in production against top-tier teams like the Chiefs, makes him a potential X-factor. Bringing in a player of Smith's caliber could elevate the Giants' defense from decent to elite, especially in critical moments where every stop counts. Of course, some skeptics are questioning whether the Ravens should be making this move at all. Their front office has been under pressure to rebuild and save cap space, especially with the looming extensions for Lamar Jackson. Trading Smith, a proven star, might be viewed as weakening an already inconsistent defense that's been giving up too many points, around 23 per game, this season. The decision seems to be a strategic one, aiming to free up cap space and rebuild for the future, but it leaves many fans wondering if they're sacrificing too much for short-term gains. Some analysts compare this to the trade of Bobby Wagner last year, which ultimately didn't help the Seahawks much and led to a 16% decline in EPA tackles in 2023. It's a gamble, no doubt, but one that the Giants are eager to take. For the Giants, acquiring Smith could be a pivotal move. Their front line is already showing signs of impact, especially with Thibodeaux, who's been a beast this season, totaling around 180 combined tackles. Adding Smith alongside him and others could push the defense into a whole new level. The goal is to not just be a decent unit, but to be among the top defenses in the league. The Giants are in a crucial phase, on the brink of a potential playoff push, and maybe even more. The addition of a player like Smith, who can impact multiple facets of the game, could be the difference between a so-so season and a deep postseason run. Looking ahead, the Giants' Super Bowl odds could see a notable boost if this move materializes. While the current odds are around +9,500, a linebacker of Smith's caliber could help the team close the gap significantly. His ability to disrupt the run, force turnovers, and lead the defense could help the Giants tighten up their secondary and overall defensive efficiency. Especially in the playoffs, where every possession is precious, having someone like Smith could be the strategic advantage that turns a good team into champions. Play during the postseason, with an EPA per tackle of -0. 45 indicates he thrives under pressure, making him a perfect fit for the high-stakes environment of the NFL playoffs. And really, this potential trade highlights a broader vision for the Giants, building a defense that's not just good but truly elite. The front seven with Smith could become one of the league's most feared units, especially if they leverage his explosiveness, leadership, and knack for forcing turnovers. It's a bold move, yes, but one that could pay off in a big way. The Giants have been quietly building this core, and adding a player like Smith might be the final piece to unlock their true potential. The NFC East is already competitive, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders fighting hard each week. But if the Giants can bolster their defense with a star like Smith, they could be the team that surprises everyone and makes a deep playoff run. Of course, the decision isn't just about one player. It's about the strategy of the entire team, how they adapt to the new dynamic, and how GM Joe SCHOEN and the coaching staff plan to integrate Smith into their system. The Giants' defense has been improving, but they need that extra spark, and Smith could be exactly that. His ability to read plays, diagnose the run and pass, and make explosive tackles makes him a perfect fit for the Giants' scheme. Plus, his leadership qualities can't be overstated. Young players and veterans alike would look up to him, and that kind of presence can elevate the entire locker room. So while the trade rumors are still just that, rumors, the potential impact is enormous. If it happens, the Giants could be on the cusp of a new era, one defined by a dominant defensive front that can hold leads, force turnovers, and shut down the best offenses in the league. It's an exciting time to be a Giants fan, and we'll be watching closely to see if this blockbuster deal becomes reality. Because when you're trying to chase that Super Bowl ring, every move counts, and acquiring Roquan Smith could be one of the most impactful decisions the Giants make in their quest for glory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the potential signing of Smith isn't just about bolstering the defense. It's about sending a statement to the rest of the league that the Giants are serious about contending. With a player like him, the team's identity shifts toward a more aggressive, ball-hawking unit that thrives on creating chaos in the backfield and turning defense into offense. His presence will undoubtedly help the Giants improve their third down efficiency, cut down on big plays, and set the tone for the entire team. On the offensive side, the Giants have shown flashes of brilliance with Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, but it's the defense that often decides their fate. A player like Smith could be the glue that holds everything together, especially in close games where every stop, turnover, and tackle for loss can swing the momentum. And let's not forget the playoff picture. The Giants, currently sitting outside the top tier, could benefit immensely from a boost in defensive talent. Smith's ability to impact the game in the red zone, and his knack for making plays in clutch moments could be exactly what they need to flip the script. His performance against top teams like the Chiefs in the postseason, where he's shown an 18% increase in production, suggests he's built for high-pressure situations. The Giants can secure his services, their chances of making a deep run in the playoffs improve dramatically. Of course, the NFL is a league of fine margins, and every move is a calculated risk. The Ravens might be ceding some of their defensive identity by trading away Smith, but they're also clearly prioritizing cap space and future flexibility. It's a classic rebuild move, and while some fans might see it as a loss, others understand that sometimes you have to give a little to get a lot. For the Giants, this could be the key to unlocking their full potential, turning a good team into a true contender. The NFC East remains one of the most competitive divisions in football, and with the addition of a star linebacker like Smith, the Giants could leapfrog some of their rivals and establish themselves as serious threats. The upcoming weeks will be critical. Watch how the Giants' front office maneuvers, and keep an eye on whether this trade materializes. If it does, expect an immediate impact, not just on the stat sheet, but on the entire tone and swagger of the team. The Giants are on the verge of something special, and adding Roquan Smith might just be the move that pushes them over the edge. We'll be here to break down every detail and keep you updated on the latest developments, because as Giants fans, we live and breathe this stuff. The future is bright, and with the right moves, the Giants could very well be back in the Super Bowl conversation sooner than we think. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.